Can you share a moment at work that's really impacted you?
A young kid came in, and fentanyl is such a terrible thing. It is.
Wow.
It is gripped our youth like no other, and it blows my mind. And this kid, super young, early 20s, had been homeless for 3 years. It's the first time he slept in a bed in 3 years when he got there. But the grip was so tight that within 4 days, he was like, I don't want to be here anymore. And the reason why that landed on me so much is because when you see someone with so much potential, and that's what the disease has overtaken their life, and they don't really understand what's going on, and you just want them to have that one moment of clarity.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know how it is. They say you have to hit rock bottom before you realize, and maybe he hasn't hit it yet. And the only thing I could do is just hope and pray that he survives his rock bottom.
Yeah.
And makes it back and takes it seriously the next time, because you can never force anybody.
Right.
You know, if they want to leave, you know, there's the door.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. Not funny, but yeah, I totally understand. I remember I just had this conversation with somebody I love that's having issues, and really, and it's so strange when you're sober, or you know, you're living life, and when you look at somebody in that position, it's so easy to be like, how can you?
Right.
Where does this exist that I mean, you know, whether you're homeless, you're addicted to fentanyl, whatever, I'm just using, you know, everything's bad. To us, it's like, that's unimaginable.
Right.
But they haven't hit their bottom.
No.
And you're right. I recently had a conversation and a sit down, and it was like, and I'm throwing like things at this person who I love. Like, look, do you want to go to a meeting? I'll go with you to a meeting. Right? Like, I'll give, like, it's, you know, because I know I need to give back.
Right.
As somebody who's been there.
Yes.
I mean, I have to give back. And you're not just giving back for them. You're actually giving back for yourself. Like, that's what's great about service work. It is, you're doing anything when you're feeding homeless anything. Yeah. It's like when you give, you know, you got to give to receive. But it's like, it does something for you to do service work. So anyways, I offered this stuff, and the person's just not ready. Just was like, no, thank you. You know, and I'm just like, what you said. I remember in the program, they said, you know what? They got to hit bottom.
They got to hit bottom.
And I remember when I was new, a guy told me in the meeting, hey, if you don't feel like you want to be here, there's a bar at the corner. You know,
just go.
Yeah. Say, just go get a drink. Why would you waste your time with us?
Yeah.
And I remember being like, what do you mean? And today I get it. It's like, dude, go drink, dude, go smoke,
do whatever you want.
Do whatever it takes until you know you're absolutely done. And at that point, you still may not be at bottom. But when you have no other options, you're bankrupt. Then maybe you have a chance to get sober.
Right.
You know, and it's like so difficult. So anyways,
and then it's also important, because if you don't want to be there, that's a slot for someone who's trying to get in.
Yeah.
And it's circular in that way. And let that person get that opportunity. And then when you're ready, don't worry, a seat will open up for you, or a bed will open up for you.
Yeah.
And that will be the time for you.
Yeah, you'll come back.
Yeah.
Tell me about the positive one.
Well, and pardon me if I get emotional on this one, but there was a gentleman who came in. He had a severe crack addiction. Came in, and what was amazing was very intimidating looking gentleman. The biggest teddy bear you'll ever meet. Grew up in such harsh conditions where growing up, all he was told was, because he was a big guy, even as a kid, very big, you got to fight all the time. So no one will mess with you. Fight. And then his family, they wanted to see who was the toughest amongst the cousins. So you got to fight each other all the time. And, you know, grew up in a bad neighborhood, gangs, whatnot. Got arrested. Did a long time in prison. Came to our place. Every morning, woke up singing. Every morning, woke up grateful. And he said, I went from nothing to here. Even though this is a facility, I have a bed to sleep in. I get fed. I get to learn about myself. And I get to be of service to my peers and talk about, they all nicknamed him, Pops, because he was like the dad of the house. And he would sit down with people and just talk to them and just share his experience, but also help people understand their experience and how it can be changed. Wow. He was greatly missed when he discharged, and everybody got really emotional about it. So was I, but it was one of those things when he walked out of that door, you look at them and you're like, that man has gotten a second chance and he's taking full advantage of it. And the most amazing thing is, while he was in there, he got a job, he helps the homeless now, and he's ingrained in social programming, making sure homeless people have shelter, making sure people have food to eat, and just grateful. And he's an example of somebody who has been dealt such a bad hand. But, Uno card was able to reverse that. And I've never seen him angry, never seen him upset. Even if it was a hard day, he would wake up and go, it's another day I'm breathing, and it's another day that I'm here, and it's another day I get to help.
Wow.
And how can you deny that?
Yeah.
How can you deny that?